Hey, gorgeous. If you've never fasted before and the idea of skipping meals felt scary, don't worry, I got you. Today, we're talking about the easiest way to start building your ageless eating rhythm, and that's with a simple 12-12 fast. Hi, I'm Daphne, and I'm the face behind Ageless After 50, also known as Ageless AF, where we help women over the age of 50 ditch diets, reclaim their rhythm, and thrive unapologetically. And yes, you can say that with me next time. So, why 12-12 is perfect chef's kiss for beginners? 12-12, all it means is you fast for 12 hours and you eat during a 12-hour window. It's gentle, it's doable, and it's a gorgeous way to start reconnecting with your hunger cues without going into restriction or dieting mode. And for us women over 50, this is how we build consistency without burnout. I recommend when it comes to when is the best time to start fasting in the first place, or if you're dipping your toe into that water of fasting. I recommend when you're going into a routine. So Sunday night, if you know you're going into work on a Monday because you're walking into a distracted environment, Monday structure will help keep you on track. If your workplace is surrounded by food triggers, you might want to start on a Saturday instead when you're more in control. The flexibility is always in your hands. And that's the great thing about fasting. Whether you started on a Sunday or on the weekends, you can always start and stop on your terms. It's free, which is something all of us love in this day and age. And you're in control. Not only is it free, it's powerful, and there is no barrier of entry. Now, if you have some underlying medical conditions, please make sure that you consult your doctor before approaching this type of ageless AF eating rhythm. For example, if you are diabetic and you experience low blood sugar and dependent on medication, you definitely want to consult a physician before having any type of adjustments in a regimented eating pattern. I am not a doctor, nor do I want to act on giving you any medical advice. All of this is based on my personal experience. So I'm educating you on my personal experience and what I've gone through in this journey using the different methodologies of intermittent fasting. With that said, here is what it will look like when you start. You will stop eating at, say, 7 p.m. And that means no food. Then you'll just start again at 7 a.m. That is your 12-hour window. You could stop at 8 p.m. and start again at 8 a.m., 9 p.m., 9 a.m., and so forth. I will say this, you always want to make sure you at least have a 2-hour gap between the time you stop eating and the time you go to sleep so that your body has time to digest the food that you ate and then prepares to take you to sleep, because you don't want to go to sleep while your food is trying to digest food. There's just two different functions. So try to have a 2-hour window. And that's why I'm recommending, let's say you go to bed at 9, try to have dinner done by 7. You go to bed at 10, finish eating by 8. See what I'm going with? One way that you can structure your mindset around fasting is, okay, I'm closing my window. One of the things that I do is I'll brush my teeth after I'm done with dinner. And that's it. Once I do that, it feels weird to put food back in my mouth after I brush my teeth after dinner. It just feels unwelcome. It's like it's closed. The kitchen is closed for the remainder of the night. It discourages me from midnight snacking. Look, I just brushed my teeth. What am I doing? It's the equivalent. Okay, my ageless, my gorgeous ones, I'm about to share something with you. Is the equivalent to when you come home from a long day of either work, shopping, just being out and about, and you come home, and once the shoes come off, the bra comes off, the lashes come off, whatever comes off, you know you're not going back out the house. I don't care who calls and say, hey, let's go out. No. Once bra, for me, it's bra, shoes, lashes. If any of those three have come off, I'm not leaving the house for the remainder of the day. Nope. So that's how it feels. After I brush my teeth for the fasting, no more food is entering until my window is open. Once I've opened the window, the eating will commence. Once you have that paradigm shift in your head, it takes time. What we're doing right now is we are establishing the baseline. This is the first step. And taking this step is going to be the journey of 1,000 steps. But take this one with me. I'm right here to hold your hand. Come take it with me. And you'll see it is such a different world when it comes to how you view food and how you view the abundance of food, nutrition, and how food will not even taste the same anymore. You'll become a snob when it comes to even like junk food. Junk food will turn you off. A few ways to start to put your mind at ease. Give yourself 7 days. This is not something you have to do for a lifetime. Commit 7 days. That's it. And take it in. Literally, just see how you feel. 7 days. Stop eating at 7 and open your window at 7 a.m. the next day. So 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's it. Take an inventory of how your body feels. 7 days is my ask. And then recalibrate from there. Put a reminder on your phone of when your window opens and when it closes. There's a lot of great apps out there that you can use. Or if that's not your thing, you can set a free reminder. It's up to you. The beautiful thing about this is you can adjust this based on your need, your life, your mood, your terms. This is all about you for once. Isn't that refreshing? With everything going on around you right now, just take a moment and take it in. This is all about you. And I want you to succeed. Will you lose weight? Maybe. Maybe not. Another question. What do you eat in your window? Here's the thing. I want you to eat what you normally eat. I'm not asking you to go on a diet. Okay, now, gorgeous, I want you to stick to keto, stick to vegan, stick to paleo, do this, do that, whatever the flavor of the diet is this month, last month, tomorrow. No. Eat whatever you normally eat. I will say this, when 7 a.m. does come, break your fast with protein. Whether it is with eggs, tofu, steak, or omelets. I love eggs, but I'm eating them kind of gentle with my eggs right now with the way eggs are right now. So if you're not a lover of eggs, there's so many different protein options. You can try lean chicken breast or chicken thighs. I'm not a fan of chicken breast, so I love chicken thighs. I'll do, I normally don't do breakfast, but when I do, I go all out. When I say eat protein first, I don't mean you have to have an all protein breakfast. Make sure protein hits your stomach first. Your first couple of bites are protein, and then proceed with your veggies, your carbs. I always make sure that I take in nutrient-dense foods when eating. We'll discuss this in a later video about the mechanics of the food you're eating. I want you to approach the food you're already eating. I don't want to alter what you're eating. I'm not here to adjust the food that you're eating and how you approach it. I want you to have that paradigm shift. I want you to see that. I'll guide you towards that optics. Once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. It's all about feeding and nourishing your body. And I want you to recognize your own pattern of not nourishing your body. And when you see that and recognize those eating habits, you will change them. And that's when the paradigm shift begins. And it is such an exciting time. And I can't wait to go on that journey with you. And I'll be here for you every step of the way. So with that said, make sure you start on a day where you know you'll be distracted within your window. That's the best time to start, when you know you will be busy during your fasting window. So you'll know you'll be at work, you'll be bogged down with meetings, or you'll be doing some kind of activity where you're not going to be preoccupied by food. That's the perfect day to start. You don't want to start on a day where you have nothing to do, or that's the day you decide to go on vacation. You don't want to be doing this on vacation. The time to be doing this is when you're going to be most distracted, because then you are not thinking about, oh, that looks good, but I'm not in my eating window, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Everything's going to look delicious because you're outside your eating window. That's always what happens when you're fasting. Everything's outside your window. That's the pattern you'll fall into. And then once you overcome that, when you're inside your eating window, you're not hungry because you're inside your eating window. It's that what you'll be inside a grocery store inside your eating window, and you're just looking around. I'm not hungry. Of course you're not hungry. You're inside your eating window. That's how it always happens. So you will get to that paradigm shift, and we will get there together. But I wanted to walk through the 12-12. So if you've liked the content of this video, and I will be making a lot more videos like these, walking you through each of the Ageless AF eating rhythms, so you can see how they are in layman's terms for women over 50 like us, who have different needs and who are dealing with different things like menopause and autoimmune illnesses. If this is your first time watching this video or these series, welcome. If you're a return subscriber, you know I've struggled with Crohn's disease. I am 3 years sober, so you are among a community that we are not perfect beings. We are just trying to be who we are amongst what we do in this world. And I'm one of them. I'm not perfect, but one thing I have done when it comes to the ageless AF eating rhythm is I've tried them all, and I have definitely learned from the school of hard knocks. I have read my metabolism in the process. And the one thing that I do not want for you is for you to have to go through the challenges that I went through. When I was in my 20s, I lost over 230 pounds through gastric bypass, and it was an amazing time. I thought I had life just lit and everything was wonderful. In my 30s, I was at a low weight, but then I was always sick and just always yo-yo dieting. One thing they didn't tell you about the gastric bypass is, yeah, your stomach shrunk, but it eventually balloons back to where you could eat a normal amount again. And that's what happened to me. So I was always dieting and always on a yo-yo. So even though I was able to keep my weight down and maintain it, I fought. I was always on some diet, something. I was always diet, and I'm not even going to talk about the exercise. I had a gym in my home or wherever I was living for the past almost 20 years and actively worked out. I was doing cardio. I was doing the wrong kind of movement for years, and my weight went up, down, up, down, up, down. And that was in my 30s. Then my 40s hit, diagnosed with Crohn's. Then that's when the prednisone came. My weight shot up nearly 100 pounds, and it was just not good. It took everything for me to try to get the weight off. And through all of this, I could not find an answer, and no one had been in my shoes. And I was in such a unique case because I'd had the gastric bypass in my 20s. So no one could help me there because, okay, well, you used to weigh 400 pounds, so there's nothing wrong with you. I want to be smaller. Well, your size is fine. At the time, I was around 200 pounds. I ballooned up to 240, and then at my lowest, I was 185. And this was around in my 30s to 40s. So in my 40s, even with the Crohn's diagnosis, I got down to 185. And then the panini, because I know we can't, I don't know what we can say on YouTube. The panini hit in 2020. And I just had a liquid diet of spirits. That's pretty much what I drank for a long time. So I had no nutrition, just spirits, which of course was not sustainable after I crashed out on that. At that time, I was 162. By any stretch of the imagination, from the outside looking in, I looked fine. I just had a bloated look to me, but no one could tell. I thought it, but everyone thought I looked fine. Fast forward to now, I'm well into my 50s, and I'm at the lowest weight I've ever been. For the last almost 3 years, I've been on this Ageless AF journey, eating movements, and I have maintained being between 135, 140 without dieting, without that stress, without that trauma. And to do it using the Ageless AF eating rhythm method and adjusting it to my lifestyle.